RSA is a sales organization that sits right next to the farmer, and we represent the producer in selling his product to his customer on markets across South Africa, in the retail channel and in the export channel. Well, it's a very mature industry when you look at it. Markets have been coming from biblical times, and the position in South Africa is quite unique in that we maintain our central markets, and it is put together by a commission agency model that operate on behalf of the farmer, as they can't be here to sell their product and farm, and that position placed agencies in a fiduciary environment. So we act at all times at the best interest of our producer and his customer. And what RSA saw differently is that we wanted to create a brand, the RSA brand. We wanted to make sure that we understand our service to the producer, and that we can't be blocked into one channel only, and that we have to expand. If we believe in our service, we've got to expand it horizontally across all the channels, and that makes us unique. So we positioned in markets across the country, in the retail channel, where on behalf of the farmers, we sell their product in the required spec branding to chain stores, and in the export market, we do the same. This is what makes these markets relevant. And I can't understate it. I believe it's the best in the world. And the concept is that this market, with the economies of scale that it has, represent a microcosm of what the demand is out there and what the total supply out there is of certain produce. And that interaction of buyers coming here, wanting to pay the best possible price for their businesses, and the agency and the agent wanting to get the best possible price for the producer based on market forces, supply and demand. That interaction allows us to find the right price to clear our floors, and tomorrow more products coming. And that's the function of these markets, that it creates reference pricing that everybody in the industry uses, and makes us, and will always make us relevant. A lot of it is by, we call it the MBA, managing by walking around or something, but it's practical. There is a process where we have an induction in terms of younger salespeople coming to the system. The senior sales staff are extremely important in mentoring. And we've built up a really strong experience base in our group. And we cross-pollinate those experiences to, I believe, to represent the best sales force that there is possibly to the grower and to use our service. But it is basically practical experience. It's simple economics. You've got to be very good at math, and you've got to be passionate getting up at 4 in the morning, 365 days a year. But it's a very special skill set to be a fresh produce sales individual. And we are very proud that I believe we've got the best in the business. So number one, very low barrier to entry for farmers to be able to present their product to thousands of buyers. So very low barrier to entry, virtually no barrier to entry. You just have to have good product, you've got to package it nicely, and you've got to make an important choice in terms of which agency you choose. It's like you choose your bank or your other service providers. You need to decide which agency you would like to represent you in the space. And then you package your product, transport it to market, appoint your agent, and then there's a process of registering. The agency will register you as a producer on the trading system, and you'll be able to trade. So it's as simple as that. The risk of fresh produce is that it's perishable, and you've got to turn it into money. The producer have taken risk, planted it 4 months ago, or in terms of long-term product, tree takes years to grow. When it lands here, you've got to turn it into money for the grower. And the risk is that maybe the buyers don't like your product, and then it won't sell. But that rarely happens. Producers are astute in knowing what to grow, when to grow, and their product is of the highest quality. The professionals